It's day 3. I lost track of the Monaco Yacht Show, and we come across some Spanish colleagues of ours, who are based in Spain, just a few stands away from where we are, which is the stand of SHADOWCAT, and which caught our attention because SHADOWCAT are famously the builders of a very infamous support yacht, Hodor, a rather striking black catamaran behind, and the creators of the SHADOWCAT concept is Mr. Robert Smith, Ms. Jennifer Smith, who collaborate together with Armón shipyard in the north of Spain, so we always like to give Spanish companies an extra plug. So we thought we'd come and say hello and see what this is all about, because obviously whenever you speak to anybody about yachting support vessels, clearly there's another maker that famously supplies a lot of support vessels, become quite well known for it. But then you mention Hodor, and it's like, it's an amazing vessel. And so I'm curious to know how Hodor came about. Obviously, it's been followed up by Wayfinder, which was launched last year. Was it last year?
She's been out for almost 2 years now, and then the third vessel in the series, Nebula, Armón, launched this year, I think March. So three vessels out and operating.
Yeah. So how did, I believe Hodor is the shadow vessel to Lonian still, or is if I'm still in date?
Hodor was we were I was the owner's rep for Lonian. We were halfway through the build, or started the build, when the client decided he wanted a support vessel. We looked at all the options, none of which were perfect, so we developed the catamaran as a platform, and we got involved with Incat Crowther, and that's it. Ultimately is where the Hodor was born. Then we had an approved concept and package, and then it was find a builder, and we ended up in Spain, and with Astilleros Armón, and been incredibly happy with what we've been able to accomplish up in northern Spain with the shipyard.
And that was quite an exhaustive search. After creating that relationship with Incat Crowther, who were world renowned and really have built some of the most significant catamaran vessels in the world design wise, a very exhaustive search was carried out around the world at any shipyard that would have been appropriately sized and have the appropriate experience for something like this. And Robert found Astilleros Armón in the north of Spain, who have come with excellent quality and a dedication to continue improving the product as the product evolves and serve the yacht clients.
Yeah.
So the specification was built presumably about the number of toys and the type of toys that the owner was planning to carry.
For Hodor, the requirement was it started as to carry one big chase boat. The client had a large chase boat, and they were finding it very difficult to move around to follow the existing vessel. So that's where it started. And then once we saw the versatility of the catamaran platform, it became, could we put on some more boats? Yes, we can. Could we put a helicopter on board? Yes, we can. So this is where Hodor evolved into this a true toy carrier. ATVs, submarines,
and the rest,
and everything else. And it really all just started to be able to carry just one big chase boat.
So what about the internal? Because I understand, I've seen videos of pictures. It has a decompression chamber and again medical facility, etc.
Yep.
Was that all part of the actual initial spec, or was it the case of we have this platform? What else can we?
I think it evolved. Again, it's diving was very important to the client, so that brings in safety, and so if you have the ability to carry a chamber, like we have placed chambers in hospitals on most of the vessels now. You have that you have that safety at sea element almost. If anything was to happen, you've got that first triage option on a support vessel. Quite a few vessels carry nurse seats, you know, so they have a place to, if something, you know, hopefully never happens, that you have those on board. So the platform and the amount of space it has gives itself over to those ultimately luxuries that you can't have the space on your main yacht, but you can have it on the support vessel. You know.
So,
well, as distinctive a characteristic of the vessel platform that the catamarans are, probably our second most distinctive characteristic is its ability to be bespoke. Every single one of these is developed specifically for that client, and the size of the equipment they want, the size of the equipment they think they're going to want, the staff, their operations, their additional requirements for helicopter equipment, hangars, and that has not been historically available to the support yacht market. You were searching for donor vessels, or you were working within the framework of an existing platform hull. And these, from start to finish, completely custom, completely bespoke, and designed for purpose and designed for that client.
and the interior design, who was that by?
The first two were done by Oliver Design, who also did the outfitting. The third one was by
Kirsten Schwalgian. She had a previous relationship with the owner for that vessel and has worked on other projects for them and contributed exterior styling, interior design. Quite a big project.
Because obviously we have Wayfinder, which appears, I don't know a great deal about Wayfinder, but it appears to be more sort of yacht style interior. Is that right?
No, Wayfinder, whereas the Hodor was very toy specific, it was all about carrying toys. Wayfinder was more about carrying personnel, so there was a lot more staff accommodation on board, staff lounges, so helicopter facilities, reception facilities. So that vessel, again, as Jennifer just said, everything's bespoke to the requirement. So we had a few big tenders, but it was all about staff.
And what's next? What's in the works?
Well, we've got some interesting things going on. We've developed. Well, I mean, as far as what we've been developing, we've got some big vessels coming out, which are continue to push the subject of support vessels. We find that more clients, after have started to see these on the water, started to see how they could work for them.
Are we talking specifically catamarans, or?
Well, I mean, we have actually launched a monohull called the Shadow Wolf, because not everybody wants a cat for various different reasons, and we felt that with our background, our knowledge in support vessels, we can still deliver a package, be it on a monohull or a catamaran. So we developed a monohull with Incat Crowther, aluminium, comfort, a really nice comfort package for people that maybe don't want the capacity that a catamaran does. So that's new. We've been developing submarine carriers, both large and small. And
this is all with Armón, or are you working with other builders too?
No, our focus is with Armón. We find them to be a fantastic partner. They are and their quality and pricing and delivery time, I think we're finding it hard to beat. So well, as we say, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So so that they would be with us through all of this, these different variations in the market that we see and the requests that we receive.
Of course, whereas I guess most obvious choices, if you're looking for something kind of industrial, super yacht style or sport yacht, you go to Holland or Germany. I guess in Galicia, the food is excellent, of course.
Excellent quality, excellent weather. There's all sorts of really good things.
We're going to make northern Spain the new hub for support vessels. You know, if you want one, it'll be the first choice. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Great to hear. It's fantastic projects. Hopefully we'll see you again next year and talk about some more projects in the pipeline. You're going to be at Metz.
We'll be at Metz, absolutely. We're also be at Fort Lauderdale Boat Show, so we're going to be promoting our small subcarrier there. That's a big market for the Bahamas, so we teamed up with Triton Submarines to develop that. So yeah, we're around.
Do you have a vessel in the water there, or?
No, everything's working. You know, as always, you find it hard to get something to come to the show. But you know, we're working on that.
Well, you know the selling point, because of course we arrived here Monday, Tuesday. The bay was full of already 25, 30 yachts. So it's normally 50 plus. They all had to go and run and hide by Wednesday. You had your catamaran afloat out there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Your selling point is made, right?
Absolutely. No, it's on the cards.
Okay.
It's on the cards.
No, and I think that's one of the very pleasant surprises, both for us and for the owners of the vessels so far. I think all of them have enjoyed the vessel more than they possibly expected to. So a tremendous amount of our development direction has to do with catering more and more to the owners than historically a utility vessel would have done. So we've got some really lovely plans that obviously we can't show just yet.
What about a main yacht? Is that on the cards anytime? We're going to see appetites change because people want to go to farther and wider places.
I mean, we're a support ship. That's what we do.
Our DNA is about function and utility. That doesn't mean that those two worlds don't cross and aren't going to cross in an excursion style, adventure style. But there's wonderful, very competent, successful super yacht builders on the planet who do an exceptional job, and this is our strength. This is where we.
Well, they're all monohullers, aren't they? So I'm waiting to see the first luxury cat.
Well, they're starting to come out. A lot of the smaller vessels. You just need to look in the publications. Before you would never see a catamaran. Now, the people are starting to see the benefits of especially with efficiency becoming a real thing now. So it won't be too long.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I saw a new one announced just yesterday. I think up by a Turkish yard. So it's coming.
It's coming.
Okay, lovely. Well, thanks a lot for your time.
No problem.
We'll see you later in the year, and back in Monaco next time, no doubt.
Looking forward to it.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot.